Jenny Zero, Volume 2, Homeland Insecurities, issue number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. So yeah, like I said, this is Volume 2, aka Season 2. And I'll be honest, I have not read Volume 1, but I have been kind of told the basic gist of the series. So Jenny has a father who's like Japan's greatest superhero. I think he fights kaijus or some type of monsters. And he dies, and now it's up to Jenny to kind of take his place. But instead of being a great superhero like her father, she instead is like an alcoholic who rather spend time drinking booze than fighting crime. We start off with her being up and in prison, I guess. I mean, she's handcuffed by this kind of sci-fi looking handcuffs. And she's having these guards pointing their weapons at her. And from what I understand, I guess she blew up this mech that had people in there, and so yeah, these soldiers are like upset at her because those people were their friends. I will say that I don't know what the tone of this story is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be a parody? Is it supposed to be lighthearted? I asked that because we have someone immediately say like, my friends were in the mech that you smashed. Ted had 2 kids. Who's going to explain to them what happened to their dad? And then immediately another soldier says, don't forget about Gabe's cat Ryan. Poor Mr. Whispers is all alone. So it's like, it kind of just undercuts the whole drama of this guy losing one of his friends who has a family and 2 kids. And now it's like, oh, well, forget about the kids. How about the cat that's all by himself? Poor Mr. Whispers. It's like, Jenny seems to have no problem whatsoever that she just killed people, including a family man, because she's just kind of like, hey, I'm trying to read here. So I don't know what this tone is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a parody. Am I supposed to hate these soldiers? Are they bad guys? Am I supposed to hate Jenny because she comes across as someone with no remorse for killing a family guy? But am I supposed to feel bad for the family guy, or is he a villain? I don't know. I mean, obviously that's on me, because maybe I would have my answers if I read the first volume. But yeah, I'm kind of confused on that. And then we get her reading the journal of her father. His name is Kenji Tetsuo. And we have how I guess he became a superhero. We have him, he's in the military, and he's on a base. And he's talking with his friends while reading manga. And all of a sudden, something crashes onto the earth. And all the military people are ordered to go and basically suit up and kind of put a perimeter around the area as scientists go to check it out. So yeah, it looks like this basic giant monolith with glowing symbols on it. And then we cut back to the present where Jenny's let off of the little spaceship that she's on. And they're in Tokyo, they're in Japan now, and she's singing on the floors of Tokyo. And the guards are telling her to shut up. And she headbutts 2 of them. She knocks the weapons out of 2 more. She starts beating them all up. And while she's doing that, she's doing a bunch of like Arnold Schwarzenegger-like puns. Like she kicks one in the balls and says, ding dong. She says heads up as she uppercuts another one in the head. One of them is complaining about getting hit in the dick. And she's like, yeah, direct dick hit. It's bad. And then she goes and she stomps him on the dick again. And she says, hey, you have 2 choices. Either let me out of these cuffs or I'm going to kick you in the eyeball. And she basically explains how much painful that whole eye kick is going to be. So he lets her go. She has weapons. More of these ASP sci-fi soldier dudes show up. And yeah, it's kind of weird. She's like, she yells out like Jenny Smash. Is that how she powers up? But this redheaded woman shows up on this other space hover cart thing and takes Jenny away. She's able to escape. And yeah, Jenny's knocked out. We have more flashbacks with the dad. I'm going to skip that. Jenny wakes up and she's naked, except she's wearing a fluffy robe. And she's talking to the redheaded woman. And there's 3 Japanese triplets, I'm assuming. And they basically all have mind powers. Like one of them can cloud judgment, the other one can remove memories, the other one can alter them. And here's the thing that's kind of weird. This woman is basically bragging about how she has this power and how she used these triplets' powers on Jenny. She made Jenny get knocked out. She's the one that's directed the woman's name is Santo, by the way. She's the one that directed Jenny to attack the mech in the base. I guess this is like in the first volume. But yeah, she's basically, oh, what the hell was his name? She's basically like the guy from Bleach, the manga. I can't believe I forgot his freaking name. The one that can manipulate people with his weapon. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. But yeah, he basically, it's like he set up Ichigo from the very beginning. He was planning this whole thing from the start. That's kind of what I'm getting here, is that Santos basically set up Jenny and caused her to do all these things. And Jenny just kind of takes it. She just throws like one-liners and stuff like that. Like, for example, we have one thing where Santos like, hey, like, we're both working on the same side. We both want to kill the Kodai Kami Kimono, the Overking. And then Jenny says the thing that my dad killed. And Santos replies, the thing that killed your father. And then Jenny just completely brushes that off. Instead, she's like, hey, brain farts, guess what I'm thinking? And they say, a cheeseburger with fried eggs and lots of beers. And she's like, you goddamn right. You just learned that your father was killed by this thing. Not, like, this whole time, you thought that your dad killed this creature. But Santo just drops the bombshell. Actually, it's the thing that killed your father. It's the other way around. I don't know, maybe Jenny already knows this in the first volume, but if so, why does she seem to be under the belief that her dad killed it? But yeah, so Santo just drops the bombshell that no, your dad didn't kill this thing. It was the opposite. This thing killed your dad. And Jenny's like, all right, hey, I want some cheeseburgers and beer. You just realized that this thing killed your dad. Shouldn't you be, I don't know, asking questions about this? How do you know this thing killed my dad? How do you know it's not the other way around? Where are you getting this information from? What more do you know about my father and stuff? Maybe start questioning this woman, but instead she's just like, I want some beer and cheeseburgers. And then this girl, Dana, shows up. I think they're friends from the first volume, Jenny and Dana. They go to a burger joint. And yeah, it's just, once again, it's like Jenny just kind of brushing everything aside. Like, she doesn't take anything seriously. So it kind of bugs me in a way, because your character should take something seriously. Because if your character doesn't take anything seriously, then why should I, the reader, take anything seriously? But yeah, it's like nothing seems to phase her. I mean, Dana's trying to like talk to her about Santo and Fujimoto, and basically like, you know, this is dangerous. We might not be in immediate danger now, but we don't know how long this lasts. I mean, this woman can literally manipulate minds and stuff like that with the power of her triplets. Maybe we should be worried about this, because Santo early even says, like, how do you know everything that you're thinking right now, that they're your own thoughts? How do you know they're not my thoughts? How do you know that it's not me projecting what I want you to think, what I want you to do, how I want you to act? And Jenny just kind of goes along with it. So I don't know if Jenny's going along with it just to kind of throw Santo off guard, and then she's going to defeat her later on or something. But yeah, then these dudes in masks show up. And here's another thing. So these dudes in masks show up, and they basically threaten Jenny. They're like, Jenny, we're here to end you and put an end to your legacy. And then Jenny immediately stands up. She burps really loudly, and then she says, hey, I don't know which chorus line you are, but I want to hear put it on the Ritz if you're taking requests. First off, I'm like, is that supposed to be funny? What's the joke there? And again, I'm wondering, why does Jenny not take anything seriously? Everything seems to be a joke. Like I said, she's handcuffed in the beginning on a spaceship and she's cracking jokes. She's not taking seriously the fact that she killed a bunch of people, humans in mechs. Again, I don't know if they're bad dudes. I mean, they're asps. I don't know if the asps are villains or not. For the sake of this, let's assume that they are villains. Then okay, she doesn't care that she killed a bunch of villains, whatever. But yeah, she's fighting all these guys while dropping a bunch of one-liners. She's surrounded by a bunch of asps with guns, and she doesn't take anything seriously. She's like, all right, I'm just gonna have to Butch and Sundance, but do it solo. And then the redhead shows up, and she hops a ride on the redhead. The redhead woman, Santo, knocks her out, steals her dad's diary. She wakes up naked and in robes. Santo does tell her, like, hey, you're dressed like that because you're the one that picked the outfit while you were under the influence. So this woman is basically admitting that she mind raped you. And she's admitted that she's mind raped you in the past. And she's admitting that she could still be mind raping you. and Jenny doesn't take it seriously at all. Like, it's just a joke to her. And she, like I said, she learns about her dad being killed. I mean, she already assumed, I think she already knew her dad was dead, but she finds out about how her dad died, or at least what killed him, and she doesn't bother to ask any questions about it. Again, maybe this is just all on me. Maybe a lot of these problems I have won't be a problem if I were to read the first volume. But as someone who's just jumping into this, yeah, I don't know how to feel about this, because it feels like this is just a big parody. It feels like fan fiction in a sense. She just kind of rolls with everything without any kind of fight whatsoever. She just kind of is like, all right, you're mind raping me, but I'm just going to help you out anyways. I'm going to work with you. I'm not going to bother asking, what did you make me do in the past? Are you still messing with my mind? How do you know how my father died? Maybe start questioning some of these things. There's Jenny Zero Volume 2. Artwork, I'm not the biggest fan of. It reminds me of Tumblr art. Coloring is it's pretty good, though I have to ask, why does everyone seem to have colored hair? I guess this is like anime inspired. But yeah, people with blue hair, pink hair, red hair, green hair. Like, everyone just has a bunch of different colored hairs, and it's just kind of played as normal. So I guess it's supposed to be like an anime verse where people have different colored hairs, and it's just the way it is. But yeah, I'll say I'm not a big fan of how Jenny's being portrayed. Yeah, I wish that she would take a bit seriously, and not write everything off as a joke. Especially some of the, like, if you think about it, there's some heavy stuff in this, with the whole mind raping. She just comes across as not only not taking anything seriously, but just really insufferable. Like, I don't like any of the one-liners. They're just poorly done. They're stupid. The whole putting on the Ritz while a gang of masked people are claiming that they're gonna kill you. Was that supposed to be funny? Because it's not. Making cracks while you're beating up the ass people, fine. Like, I mean, I like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I like when he drops the one-liners. It can work in certain cases. I mean, it works better in movies because if the actor has charisma, they can carry any kind of terrible dialogue. It doesn't work so much in comics because there's no actors carrying the dialogue. It's just terrible dialogue, and that's what this is. It's just terrible one-liners. It's terrible dialogue. Yeah, I really hate her character. Just not only, it's just, yeah, it's the fact that she doesn't take anything seriously. It's just, she's really freaking annoying. She learns that her dad just died. She learns how her dad died. She learns that she's being mind controlled by this lady, and could still be mind controlled. And she's like, you know what I want? I want some burgers and beer. That's all? You're not gonna try anything else? That's it? It's just, oh yeah, she's really insufferable. I can't stand her. I don't know if this is an act. I don't know if she's trying to play this. No, because she was playing this way before Santos showed up. Yeah, she's just a really insufferable, unlikable character, which is kind of a shame because, I mean, I love tokusatsus. I love stories with kaijus. I love tokusatsu heroes. So a story about a girl whose father was like the greatest kaiju fighter superhero, and he dies, and now it's up to her to protect the planets and fight kaijus and stuff, and she doesn't really have the same skills as her dad and stuff. That can be a really good story, but this character is just really freaking bad. Like, this is like one of the worst characters I've ever read in a comic book. I hate her so much. But yeah, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know. I'll check out issue number 2, and I'll see if that changes anything, if things get better or not. But at this point in time, I am not really enjoying this. And again, like, yes, I'm someone who didn't read the first one. Maybe a lot of my problems will be fixed by reading that one. But at the same time, I didn't read Volume 1 of Kaiju Score. And Volume 1 of Kaiju Score did do a really good job of catching me up and not leaving me feeling lost. This series does not do that at all. The only reason I know about the whole dad stuff and stuff is because I had someone tell me about it when they were telling me to check out this video. If it wasn't for that, I would be 100% lost. And I think that's really terrible. I mean, there's a way to do it. There's a way to not have a huge exposition dump while also being able to bring in new readers who didn't check out your first stuff. Again, Kaiju Score did a great job with that. I didn't read the first volume at all, wasn't lost whatsoever, and I could figure out what was going on and what's happening in this world. This story did not do that at all. So yeah, based off just this and my normie review, I say normie because again I didn't read the first volume, I would say skip this. I didn't like it. This is not a recommend, but we'll see. I'll give it. I like to give series 2 to 3 issues to really hook me. This one did not do it at all, but let's see if issue 2 is a step up. But yeah, this was not great. Anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.